Bill, let me just ask you if you recognize the Scaramucci who comes across in that piece by Ryan Lizza that came out yesterday evening.
David, I do not. No, the simple answer is I do not. I didn't even recognize the Anthony Scaramucci that took the lectern on last Friday. It's hard to believe it's only been a week, last Friday, and then was on the Newsmaker shows over the weekend. So I thought he was too partisan, too aggressive, and now he's also showed himself to have quite a vocabulary. And my advice to him would be to, tone it down, play a longer-term game, be long-term greedy in the parlance of Goldman Sachs, and accomplish your mission, but without blowing yourself up in the process.
I spoke with him a few years back. He supported Obama the first time around. He changed his political views sort of as that administration went on. I think when President Obama was up for re-election, he did not support him the second time around. How engaged has he been with politics in the past? He's fond of saying, as he said at the lectern when he first took it in the press briefing room, he's not a politician. He's a successful businessman. How engaged with politics has he been?
Look, he was on the finance committee for Mitt Romney, so that was 2012. I think this has been an ambition of his for a long time. He supported Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin, in the primaries last year. Obviously, that fell apart quickly. He then moved to Governor Jeb Bush in Florida. That fell apart relatively quickly. And then as I documented in a few Vanity Fair pieces, he then switched to Trump around the time of Super Tuesday in April of 2016, and supported him, became one of the most outspoken supporters of him on Wall Street, and then went to bat for him, raising money, including immediately at the SALT conference in May of that year, after Steve Mnuchin was named finance chair. Steve Mnuchin was at the SALT conference and desired to try to bundle up some money as a result of the people at the SALT conference. So Anthony has been quite outspoken and clear about his ambition here. And, David, I believe that he would not have finally won the position that he's got as of last Friday, even though he doesn't, quote unquote, officially start until August 15th, and then blow himself up in a week without the president's approval. So I believe pretty much everything he's been doing has been with the president's approval, even though it's not pretty to watch.